Hello. In this week's presentation, we will be exploring the database entitled America's Historical Imprints as we discuss the untimely death of Major General Joseph Warren. General Warren is most widely known for his engagement in the Battle of Bunker Hill, which became famously known as Bloody Hill after the fall of the British. Major General Warren went by another name, however, being referred to as the Grand Master of Boston, overseeing all Freemasons in the area. Warren's involvement in both the American Revolution and the Freemasons was instrumental to both the birth of a nation and of American Freemasonry. Born in 1741 to a well-off family and a graduate of Harvard, Warren practiced as a medical doctor. As the nation began to look towards rebellion and form the Continental Congress, Warren purchased the rank of Major General in the Massachusetts militia. Although he had no real fighting experience as others had acquired in the 7 Years' War, he was an astute statesman and was pegged by many to lead the forming nation. His life would be ended by the fighting that ensued at Bunker Hill. Warren joined his men in battle against the British, knowing full well he was very likely to not prevail in the fight. He indeed lost his life during the course of the battle, and the nation lost one of its best leaders at the time. The British, though leaving victorious, now understood the Americans they faced were not willing to back down and would welcome death before dishonor. Many colonial pieces were authored over the tragic event, including one entitled an elegiac poem, composed on the never-to-be-forgotten, terrible, and bloody battle fought at an entrenchment on Bunker Hill. In this piece, they referred to Joseph Warren as their magnanimous hero. The second document to be explored is his eulogy, entitled An Eulogium on Major General Joseph Warren, who fell in the action at Charleston, written by a Colombian, meaning a citizen of what is now referred to as Washington, D.C. This 1781 eulogy goes much further than simply painting a kind image of his life. It is evident that people have lost someone they admired greatly. He is described kindly, with the Colombian saying, "Warren, serene amidst the storm appears, inspired by heaven to hush the gloomy fears of sad Columbia, frightened by the sound of roaring waters and tempestuous wind. Undaunted on the rolling deck he stood and steered Bostonian in the raging flood." The author goes on to write, "The statesman we have seen, the hero, now presents a martial picture to our view." Our final document is Thomas Webb's 1802 Freemasons Monitor, entitled Illustrations of Masonry, in which Webb was attempting to better organize the Freemasons. In this document, he describes Worshipful George, Earl of Dalhousie, Grand Master of Masons in Scotland, who appointed Joseph Warren to be the Grand Master of Masons in Boston, becoming right worshipful. The document goes on to state that Warren was slain contending for the liberties of his country, and that Warren's Masonic brothers went in search of his body to give him a Masonic funeral that was attended by many of the former grand officers and other brethren. On his tomb they inscribed his actions so that the words would invoke universal remembrance of the late Joseph Warren. In closing, Warren was not just a man, he was a glorious man, and he was a Mason. He wasn't loved by many, he was loved by all. This man was at the apex of all social circles and put everyone's needs over his own. A major general, a surgeon, a grand master, he had no business dying on Bunker Hill, but he saw fit to give his life to usher in a new era of republicanism and liberty. His death affected many far and wide, and his name is still ushered in Masonic lodge rooms to this very day. Thank you.